Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. Host my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're moving on to ears. All three of our characters have a different type of ear. So we have Santa with more of a human ear, we have the elf with the point, and then we have a reindeer with kind of a drooping ear. So without further ado, I'm going to just start off and we're going to begin with the Santa. It's the easiest ear of the three and we're going to begin that. So here is your checklist. You can check it off as you go and that's what you see with my marks there. So what I would like to do is start off with Santa. Use the smallest size hook that you've been using and whatever size or whatever skin tone that you've chosen as well. So let's take a look at Santa's ear first. So taking a look at Santa's ear, all of the ears are currently just pinned on, as you can see. Do not apply your ear until you get the beard and the hairline actually done, because where the beard and the hairline matches is exactly where the ear is going to go, and I don't know where that is if you don't have that done yet. So I've just pinned it in as a representation. When you go to sew on your ear, you're going to want to have it so that it does kind of fold like within a semicircle like this. So don't leave it flat out because it's not as cute, and that's something that you can decide for yourself. So let's begin working on Santa's ear next, which is only technically 3 rows. So let's begin Santa's ear and we're going to start off, and you can do a magic circle, but I'm just gonna do a really tight chain 2 as I have been doing with the other stuff, and just 1 and 2. So that is the beginning chain of Santa's ear. Let's begin row number 1 and hear what I said. It's a row, it's not a round. In the second chain from the hook, if you're doing it this way or in the magic ring, you want to apply 6 half double crochets into the second chain from the hook if you're doing it this way. So it's gonna be really tight, so they're gonna be half double crochets this time, and they're not all half double crochet rows, just so you know. So there's 1 and 2 and 6. So that was technically row number 1. You're going to turn the project now, turn it, and then we're going to begin and do row number 2. In the instructions you will see that we chain 1 and then turn, but you can turn and just chain 1. It's up to you on how you like to do it. So we like to do an increase across. So an increase is a single crochet that we have. So it doesn't say to use a half double crochet, but you could if you wanted to, but I'm just gonna assume that it's single crochet. So you're gonna put 2 single crochets in each. Again, if you would like to make those half double crochet, you can too. It'll make it a little bit bigger, and that's okay. And then you're going to turn your work, and let's begin row number 3. Okay, so we're going to begin number 3, which is the final. So you're gonna chain 1. So I've already turned it, just chain 1 now, and it is going to be a half double crochet and then an increase. So assume that all the increases are half double crochet. So the first one is gonna be a half double crochet, and then the next one is an increase. So there'll be 2 into that one. So 1 and 2, and then the next one has 1, and the next one has 2. So please do that all the way to the other side of the ear, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. So I'm coming to the very last one. The last one has 2 in there in order to keep the count, and then that's it. So what I want to do is leave a very long tail that I can use to sew later. If you went up over top of the middle, in this case I didn't, so what I want to do is use a tapestry needle and just hide that in, and so just pull this loop through and get that ready for the sewing later. So if you did not fasten this in as you went, because I didn't, big chance are you didn't either, you just have to throw it through a tapestry needle and favor the back of the ear for when you put this in. So going in and turning it, so this is the good side, you can see that. So you're gonna turn it to the back side and just run it through a few stitches on the back side. So just pull it through once and then twice, and then 3 times is the best. You could probably get away with 2, but 3 is the best. So this is both the right and the left ear. It depends how you position it, of course. So obviously you can have an ear that looks like that. So just because it looks oblong, when you go to shape it, you want to do it so it has a turn like this on the project. So this could be the left ear, this could be the right ear, depending on which video you're looking at, and this is good to go. So this is Santa's ear. So let's move on, and don't apply this until the end of your project pretty much. So here's my elf, and the elf ear has been pinned on for tutorial reasons, but I'm not going to sew it on until after it's done. We still have to apply hair to this, so that's something that I want to do before I apply the the ear itself. So the ear is made up of 2 panels, so we have to make up 2 of these, and then they come together and we sew them to give the thickness. Now if that would have just been one, I would have been kind of disappointed, but I'm glad that Michelle was thinking ahead, because the 2 layers of this really accents it nicely. So you'll notice that it is literally just a round shape that is really easy to maintain, and then it comes out on a point, and then you single crochet around. You're going to do 2 layers like that, and then you're going to put them together and just whip stitch around the outside in order to form it. So you have to technically make 4 ear panels. Let's begin using the smallest size hook, and let's try the ear next. So let's begin the elf ear. It's the smallest size hook on whatever skin tone you decided to use. Even if you want to change the ear to something else, that's up to you. So we're going to begin and just chain 2, or you can do a magic ring, whatever's easiest for you. And in the second chain from the hook, if you're doing it this way, apply 8 single crochets in there. It's gonna be tight, so that's what you're looking for. So this is technically 2. So 8 is in. Once you have the 8, we are going to do a continuous circle, so like we have been before. So just in the last stitch, just throw in a stitch marker so that you can see where the stop and start is going to be, and we'll move that up each time. Let's officially now move on to round number 2. In round number 2, each one of the stitches is gonna have 2 single crochets, so just count it back if you don't know where it is. So just count back 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Though I'm experienced, I usually always count back, and so each stitch around, please apply 2 single crochets in each, which includes the last one that's marked with the stitch marker, and then I'll see you back there, and make sure you move that stitch marker to the last one that you crocheted as well. So 2 single crochets in each going around. So just finished round number 2. I moved up the stitch marker. Now round number 3, we're going to expand out. So the first one is going to be a single crochet, and then the next one has 2 single crochets in it, 1 and 2. So the repeat for this entire round is that the next one has 1 single crochet by itself, and the next one has 2. So I want you to do that all the way around for round number 3, and I'll see you back at the stitch marker. Make sure you move the stitch marker up as well, and I'll see you back here in a moment. So moving up to round number 4, the last stitch marker has been placed in. So round number 4, one more expansion, and then we're gonna level off. So the first 2 in a row are a single crochet, and then the next one is 2 single crochets into the same one. So 1 and 2. Okay, so you have 2 by itself, so 1 and 2 on their own, and then 2 into the next one. So please do this all the way around round number 4. So now all the way around on number 4, stitch marker is moved up. Round number 5, go all the way to the stitch marker, just 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around, and this will level it off. So let's 1 single crochet in each to the stitch marker and move the stitch marker up at that moment. So I've now just completed round number 5. Now round number 6 all the way to row number 12. Notice I said row. So what's gonna happen is that the next part of this is gonna zip along, and I'm gonna just keep the camera moving, so you can put me on pause at any point. So let's start with round number 6, and we only want to single crochet the first 8. So I will take my time here. So we'll crochet the next 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now it says to chain 1 and then turn, but you can just turn and then chain 1, whatever you decide to do. So row number 7. Row number 7, we're going to decrease the first 2 and the last 2. But how do you know the last 2? Well, we'll get there. So we're gonna put the first 2 together. So just going into the first stitch, just yarn over, pull through, and hold it, so don't finish it, and then go to the next one, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through all 3. That's a decrease. So that's 2 together. So the next 4 are going to be single crochets by themselves. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the next 2 are 2 together. And do you see where the stitch marker is? So you can tell that those were the 8 that we had. So we'll put the 2 together, and that will conclude off then that row. Moving on to row number 8, turn your work, chain up 1, and you're just going to single crochet once in each one of the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then turning around and then chain 1. Let's do a decrease then, row number 9. So the first 2 we're gonna put together as a decrease, and then the next 2 are 1 single crochet by itself, and then the last 2 are single crochet 2 together, and then we're gonna turn our work, chain 1, and we're just going to apply 1 single crochet into each one of the 4 that are left. And then turn, row number 11. So chain up 1, put the first 2 together, and put the last 2 together, and then turn, chain 1, and just put the 2 together, and then you're done. But don't fasten off yet. So what you need to do is you need to circle around this whole thing. So equally spacing, so when you go to circle, you just have to go around. So you're just going to chain 1 and just start equally spacing the stitch work. So for each one of the ears you should have roughly the same amount of stitches going all the way around. So I'm making my way down the point in an equal manner, and I'm also picking up this one here. Even though it's already shared, I'm picking this one up here, and then I'm gonna go right around the circumference of this and then back up the other side, and I'm gonna meet you here where we're gonna end. And so you need to do 4 panels just like this, and then 2 of the panels are gonna be put together, and then the other 2 are gonna get together as well. So I'll see you at the end of this round in just a moment. So I'm coming all the way to the end, and I'm going to slip stitch to where I had started. So now it's going to look like this. Pull off a long tail, because what we need to do is that you need to do another one of these before you can do what I'm about to show you. So you may want to do 2 and then put them together and then do the other 2, or just do all 4 at the same time. So get rid of the stitch marker that is, sorry, the beginning one, and get rid of your stitch marker too. And you're going to get the other one here, and you're going to puzzle it so it comes down on top of it. So it doesn't matter, they're both the same size. And I left on the tail for the both sizes there. So what I want to do is that I want to make sure before I secure is that I want to ensure that the one that I'm going into, that those tails are already secured, because I'm just going to put them together. So the surface that I'm seeing right now is going to be on the inside, because I'm gonna make this one the back one. So I just want to weave in the ends on this side, which is technically the good side. So by putting the 2 panels together, you're going to notice that it will strengthen up, and you will be able to shape the ear just a little bit. So it doesn't matter which one is which as long as you have a tail. And I'm going to put this into the tapestry needle. So what I notice with this one here is that I want to continue to stay within the same stitch work. So I'm going to see how there's 2 strands. I'm always gonna favor the one that's in front, and I'm always gonna favor the one on this one that is the back one. So in order to keep it aligned, so I'm gonna go in the front of this one, and I'm just gonna stay within the back loop of the one in front. This is called whip stitching, and all I'm just going to do is then advance to the next one, okay. So I keep going into the same positioning for the loop wise, and you'll notice that it will really work out nice and provide a really nice edge. So I want you to circle all the way around your ear, and meet me back here in just a moment. So I'm coming all the way back around to where I had started, so I want to finish off here, and I'm just going to weave this in. So this tail is going to be completely gone, so I'm gonna have to use a separate strand in order to sew it to the character. So when you sew to the character, concentrate just in the middle section here. Let those ears completely be on their own so that you can shape them and in any position that you want. So they should not be pinned back to the character itself. So they should just be resting nicely on their own. Because you have two panels of material, then you will notice that it'll naturally stay because it's thicker. So again, do not put these on the character right away. Get your hair done first and anything else that you would like to do, and then you can use your fingers and then shape, and then you can position it onto your outfit at any point. So this is how you do the elf ear, and let's move on to doing the reindeer next. So let's move on to doing the reindeer. So the reindeer here, it looks like a deflated balloon once you're actually done with this, and when you go to do this, this is just pinned, so I don't want to attach this until near to the end, but it's just pinned right up and will be sewed just underneath the rim of this hat, so then the hat looks like it's going over top of the ears as it's coming down. And because it's thicker, you can shape it in any way. So let me show you what this looks like without being pinned on, because I've done both already. So this is what it looks like, a deflated balloon as per se. It is hollow, so you don't want to stuff it at all, but because it's been shaped like this, it naturally wants to do an indentation. So when you go to put it onto your character, you can do it, and then because it's thicker, because it's two layers, you can just kind of shape things any way that you wish. You can use wire too if you would like to shape it in different ways. So it's been positioned so that it's naturally hanging down. Of course, that's a creative choice, and you can decide what's right for you. Let's move along and do the reindeer ear next. Get your stitch marker ready and use whatever color that you wish. It's the same color as the face of the reindeer if you wish as well. So you can either do a magic circle or just do that famous just chain 2. If you're tight about it, you can get away with it in 1 and 2. Let's begin round number 1, and in the second chain from the hook you're just going to apply 6 single crochets. We are going to do continuous rounds. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And to keep an eye on that, put in that stitch marker on the 6th one, and then we can keep count as we go. And so this will be officially row number 1. So let's begin row number 2 or round number 2 next. So I'm going to give you simplistic instructions. So you got to go to the 6th one back if you can't already see where to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so each one of the stitches all the way around to the stitch marker, which includes the stitch marker, is going to be 2 single crochets in each. When you get all the way around on all these rounds, make sure that you move up your stitch marker. So I'm going to give you the set of instructions, and then you're going to meet me at the end of those sets of instructions, and you should have already moved up your stitch marker. So if you want to put pause at any point, you can. So I'm just going to take you around this round. So there's 2 into each, and the stitch marker is the last one. If you're not sure and you want to take a look, it's 6 sets of 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the stitch marker is the last one because there's 12 stitches. The stitch counts are given for almost all of this stuff, I believe. So move up that stitch marker. That was round number 2. And now let's give you the quicker sets of instructions moving forward. Round number 3, here we go. The first one is 1 single crochet. The next one has 2 single crochets. So round 3 is the next one has 1, and then the one after that has 2. Please do this all the way around and move up your stitch marker when you get there. Round number 4, you're going to put 2 by themselves. So 1 and 2 are on their own, and then the third one is 2 into the same one. So recapping for round 4 is that there's 2 by itself and then 2 into the same one. Please do that all the way around round number 4. Round number 5, let's begin. The first 3 are by themselves. So 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 into the next one. This is the last expansion round before we go smaller in the future. So remember, the first 3 are by themselves. So 1, 2, and 3, and then the next one has 2 into the same one. Please do this all the way around for round number 5. The next 4 rows are all just 1 single crochet in each of the stitches. So I'm going to have you do that on your own. So it's 1 single in each. Move up your stitch marker every time you pass. So rounds number 6, 7, 8, and 9 are 1 single crochet in each, and you'll notice that this will start to make like a bubble shape at this point. So once we go around a couple times. So see you at the end of round number 9. It's 1 single crochet in each of the stitches for 4 rounds. I'll see you then. I'm at the end of round number 9. Let's do round number 10 now. Now we're going to start the decrease as we go back smaller again. So how we're going to do it is that the first 3 will be by itself. So 1, 2 and 3, and then the next 2 are together as a single crochet 2 together. So just going into the next one, pull through, don't finish it, go into the next one after that, pull through, and then pull through 2, or sorry, pull through both or all 3. Okay, so let's recap. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 by itself, and then the next 2 become together. You're gonna do that all the way around for round number 10. I'll see you at the end of that round. Move up your stitch marker as well. Ending of round number 10. Now do to number 11. So you're just going to do 1 single crochet in each and then move up your stitch marker. This is round number 11. So you're going to see that we're going to decrease and then just do a 1 single crochet around and then another decrease, and it makes it nice and gradual. Do this. This is round number 11. Round number 12 is another decrease. So you're gonna put the first 2 in by themselves and then the next 2 are 2 together. Okay, so then 2 by itself and then 2 together. Please do this. This is round number 12. Round number 13, lucky 13, we've just done a decrease. So this round here is just going to be 1 single crochet in each all the way around for lucky number 13. I'll see you at the end of this round. Number 14 is now a decrease, so it's just gonna be 1 by itself and then next 2 are together. So round number 14, 1 by itself and then 2 together. I'll see you at the end of this round. And finally the last 4 rounds are nice and simple. It's 1 single crochet into each all the way around. So do 15, 16, 17 and 18 and then meet me back here in just a moment and we'll just recap and finish off. So 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around for 4 rounds. I'll see you then. So I'm just coming all the way back around on the 4th and final one. So it looks like a balloon shape. So you're just going to slip stitch just to the next one just to fasten this off. So you're gonna want to keep a long tail so that you can sew this to your character later. Okay, so you just want to pull it through and you want to remove the stitch marker as well like that. And so all you just need to do is fold it down and then just give it a good shape, and there is the ear. And when you go to put it on, you can position it and kind of turn it in different ways. It's up to you. Give it more of a scoop. It's up to you. And this concludes on doing this. So as recommended, I would not pin or sew on my ears until the very end of this project. I'm going to pin it on for tutorial reasons, but I won't actually physically sew until I'm ready. So have a good day and we hope to see you again next time. I'm gonna be concentrating on the hair, which will be Santa's hair as well as the elf hair next time. I'll see you back here in just a moment. Well, actually next time. See ya.